Right, well, you join me on one of my local rivers today. We're fishing for perch, and we've got a range of the new creature baits from Strike King with us today, as well as one of the jigs. So we're going to put them through their paces and see if we can't put a few perch on the bank, and hopefully you'll learn something along the way that'll help you put more fish on the bank too. He nailed that. Try and get you. And here we go. And it's a little perch. Lovely. It's only small, but well, and you can see there just how big that lure is and how small that fish is, you know, and he's absolutely nailed that. Incredible, really. That's why I love perch. All right, let's slip him back. So that was quite interesting. I've just been casting to some of the features around the swim, thinking that the fish will be hard under the features. But I've just had a little cast into open water, but down here, which looks a little bit deeper, and I've had a bite. So that's something good we can work on now. The river is down a little bit, so that might be why they're not holding up in them snags. We're about a foot down at the minute. We haven't had much rain lately. So we'll see how the day goes. But that's a start anyway. So although we're on a river today, these creature baits work everywhere, whether it be on a canal, still water, or anything really. There's a lot of lakes that I know that have got a high population of crayfish as well. And even if they haven't got any crayfish in, I think the action of these lures just triggers that. It just triggers that sense in them perch and predators that they just have to hit it. And when they do hit it, they hit it quite hard as well, which is great. So as you can see, I've rigged it weedless, just like we talked about with the critters in the other videos. And if it wasn't snaggy, I'd probably fish it exactly like that, with the hook just laying flush with the bait. Because there's a lot of sunken wood out here and things like that, a lot of snags on the bottom, all I'm doing is just pulling the bait back a little bit and just putting it under the skin. That way it is just totally weedless. And that way you can punch it in those really snaggy areas, and it won't get too snagged up. Yeah, that's a nice depth there. Right, there we go. Hooked something. Not sure what it is yet. I think it's a pike, the way it's fighting. Unless it's a big perch, but I think we've got a pike. Yeah. Oh, please don't be a chub. I don't know, mate. It's a chub. It's a chub. Check that out. Wow, well, we're out here perch fishing with creature baits, and I missed a bite long downstream, and it was a bit of a weird bite, to be honest. It wasn't how I'd expect a perch bite to be, but we've cast down there again with the same bait, and we've hooked something, and it is a really nice chub. Thought it was a pike for a little while. Oh no. There we go. But it's a lovely chub. If we can just get this in, this will be really nice. Good size as well. Don't want to give him too much. I think he's well hooked. Oh yes, there he is, right in the corner of the mouth. Yes, get in that net. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Wasn't expecting that today. Wow, that is a good fish as well. We might have to weigh that one, mate. Well, here we go. We've just weighed it. It's a new PB for me. I'm absolutely buzzing, to be honest. £6.9. Like I said, my PB chub in general, let alone lure caught chub, absolutely smashed that creature bait from Strike King. A little baby crawl. Absolutely stunning fish. Like a breeze block. Right, we'll get him back now. Get in there. Can't believe it. Buzzing. Well, after having that chub, I'm buzzing, but I have calmed down enough to explain to you what we've been doing today. So, this was a perch fishing video, and we were fishing with creature baits. Although we did fish creature baits the whole time, the perch have been a bit hard to catch, but that chub smashed the lure. It was amazing. So the lure we've been using mostly today has been the Rage Baby Craw, a 6.5 centimetre creature bait from Strike King that's got their quite famous Rage tail on it, or Rage claws in this case, and it's basically a flange at the end of the claw that once it's in the water just gives loads of movement and moves lots of water, giving off lots of vibrations. And that's what we've been using today. We've been fishing at Weedless with a 5 gram chub, and we've just been casting, as you've seen, to the slacks, any features, deeper holes in the river, things like that. And we've swapped over from this orange colour. So this is one of my favourite colours, with a sort of pumpkin top and a orange belly, and I believe that's quite, you know, a natural colour, although the orange is quite bright and it gives that little flash when it comes down. But we did have a couple of little bites on that, but they weren't really taking it, so we swapped over to a darker pattern. This is a watermelon meat, so it's a nice watermelon with a little bit of pearly sort of purple or violet in there, and that's the one we had the chub on. And as you probably saw from the footage, I missed a bite and then went straight back out and it smashed it. So that's what we're doing with that, but there are loads of other ways of fishing these. One of my other favourite ways to fish the creature baits is on a little skirted jig like this one. This is the Bitsy bug from Strike King, 3.5 gram, nice little small hook on it, not too thick, little weed guard on there, which isn't too stiff again, so it's ideal for the type of fishing we do. And the two main benefits from these little skirted jigs is they give a lovely slow fall. When you cast it out for 3.5 grams, this falls really slow. And the other benefit is when it hits the bottom, all that skirt puffs out and makes the lure look a lot bigger than it actually is. So what you're getting is you're getting more volume, you're getting a bigger bait, with not actually physically making the lure any bigger. It just sits on the bottom, puffs out, and the greedy perch and chub, you know, think it's bigger than it is. So that's one of the other ways of fishing it. The other lure I've been playing about with today is the little Strike King Ned bugs. Primarily designed for Ned bait fishing, but with a little size 1 or 1.0 hook. They're great weedless, really slim line little bait that just when bites are a little bit harder to come by and you want something a bit more finessey, these are great. Like I said, you could fish them on the Ned head, but because it's quite snaggy here, we've been fishing them weedless. So that's a great little bait, that one. Also today, we've been using the Strike King Chunk, which is actually a jig trailer, but I've put it on a little Ned head here, a little 1.8 gram Ned head, and these massive arms on it. So what that's done is a really, really slow fall. So if I have got any slack water, I can just clip this on, cast that out, and you get a mega slow fall on that. You can see how big the claws are. Absolutely massive, but it's got a really tiny, short body. Like I said, it's primarily designed to go on the back of a jig. But that is, yeah, that on its own, like that with a little jig head, is deadly because it gives such a slow fall. It isn't actually a massive bait. The claws are quite big, but the body is quite small. So as you've seen from today, the proof's in the pudding, you know, these creature baits, any predator will take them. They're just incredible. And however it suits you, whether it is Texas rigging, you know, chub weights, drop shot even just normal jig heads, you know, if you haven't got snaggy bottoms, you can do what you want. And yeah, they're just a great bait to have in your armoury, and they're something I wouldn't ever go anywhere without, to be honest. They're just a really, really good bait that you can use absolutely everywhere.